I completely agree that the rights should be the same on each side, but there is quite an interesting story about why the rights are different. In the 1990s, the Australian government was getting stressed because we had a shortage of certain skills. So they figured the best way to fix this was to tighten the migration program. AKA, if you want to move to Australia and you've got a skill that we need, you can come in, but if you don't, you can't. But there was one problem. The new tighter requirements kind of contrasted against the freedom that New Zealanders had to move to Australia, no matter what age or skills that they had, under the Trans-Tasman Agreement. Back then, New Zealand's migration laws were a lot less strict than Australia's. And 1/3 of New Zealanders arriving in Australia were from third world countries that had gained New Zealand citizenship after residing in New Zealand for 3 years. So people were going to New Zealand, becoming citizens, and then moving to Australia. And the Australian government saw this as a form of backdoor entry, kind of like a loophole in the system. So in 2001, Australia changed the Trans-Tasman rules to make it more difficult for Kiwis to become Australian citizens unless they met the requirements for permanent skilled migration.